Joan Baez, the legendary folk singer, activist, and voice of an era, is now approaching 84. And her life today stands in poignant contrast to the vibrant and revolutionary spirit that once defined her. For decades, Baez stood shoulder to shoulder with history singing alongside Bob Dylan, marching with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and lending her haunting voice to the causes of peace, civil rights, and justice. She was not just a performer, but a movement in herself, using her music as a powerful tool to challenge war and inequality. But time, as it does to all, has quietly reshaped the life of this once fierce symbol of rebellion. Since retiring from touring in 2019, Baez has withdrawn from the public stage, choosing a life of solitude in the hills of Northern California. The spotlight she once lit so brilliantly has dimmed by choice, yet the silence carries a sadness that many longtime fans can't ignore. In her serene, art-filled home surrounded by nature, Baez now spends her days painting, gardening, and reflecting far from the crowds that once roared with applause. She has openly spoken about the struggles that have accompanied aging, revealing battles with chronic pain, insomnia, and depression issues that have quietly deepened over the years. Her once commanding, crystal-clear voice, an instrument of protest and passion, is now soft, fragile, rarely heard beyond her quiet rooms. The woman who once moved nations with her songs now lives a reclusive life that feels achingly disconnected from the roaring legacy she left behind. During the isolation of the pandemic, Baez admitted to feelings of loneliness and introspection, adding another layer of emotional weight to her already complex later years. Still, despite this quiet sadness, Joan Baez carries a profound sense of pride in all that she accomplished. Her legacy remains untouched. She helped define protest music in America, inspired generations of artists, and lived a life of unwavering conviction. To see her, now frail, no longer in the limelight, is a reminder of the passage of time and the vulnerability even icons must face. Yet, there's something deeply human and graceful in how she has chosen to age, stepping away from fame with dignity rather than clinging to a stage that no longer reflects her reality. And you wonder why a woman of such influence lives in solitude. But perhaps that's precisely what she wants, a life of quiet, of reflection, of simplicity. She gave everything, her voice, her energy, her soul, to movements greater than herself. And now, in stillness, she finally rests. Though she may no longer fill concert halls or sing protest ballads from a stage, the sadness in how she lives today only deepens the reverence for all she once was. Joan Baez's music, her strength, and her message live on, echoing in every corner of the world she helped to shape. And maybe, just maybe, in this quiet chapter of her life, she has found the peace she always sang about.